Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Gio, and today we're going to be checking out the new RVXX version 2 from Mario Salt. So sit back and enjoy. Welcome back, guys. So what do you guys think about that mix of a song called Redneck from Obituary? So these are tracks that I have that I put together in a session at Reaper. So I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I thought it sounded pretty fire, to be honest with you. Killer. So yeah, let me show you what I have going on in these tracks, and yeah, it'll conclude this video. So on my master track today, I'm not running much at all. So what I'm running is this Magnum K mastering plugin that I just got because of all those awesome sales. I really love it. Very good quality product from Plugin Alliance. So what this is, it's a compressor, a parallel EQ, limiter. Then there's another section down here for your stereo width, mono maker, your wet dry adjustment, and the high pass filter that you can run pre or post. And yeah, this thing is pretty feature rich, if you will. So if you really want to know everything about this, I suggest that you download yourself a 14-day trial and just go through the manual. You know, have a cup of coffee and learn all about it. Because I really don't want to go through all this in this video. Yeah, it's not the point of this video at all, really. But yeah, go try this out for free, 14-day trial, and you'll be surprised, you know, how it sounds. I think it's killer. Then I'm running into this L3 Ultra Maximizer limiter, and then I'm running this RIA stream because that's what's feeding into my OBS, is, you know, what you're watching. So yeah, that's it for the master track. Pretty simple, guys. Sometimes you don't have to run a bunch of crap on your master track to get it to sound good. Then drums. I'm running Steven Slate SSD 5.5 drums that I just got as well, and a Punch Me preset. But don't punch me, because then you'll make me cry, okay? But punch yourself. All right, but that's the preset I'm using. And this is the mixer for it, which is awesome. So you guys know I always use Easy Drummer too, but you know, it's time to try something else too. See what's out there, you know what I mean? The main reason why I purchased this, because right here, this mapping is really killer. Because I also bought a new MIDI controller, but I'm not gonna do a video of all that stuff till next year when I do an updated studio walkthrough. Then you'll see it. But this is killer right here. You could map so easy to a MIDI controller, which you cannot do with Easy Drummer 2 unless you mucky around making custom maps, which I don't want to do. And yeah, that's major reason why I bought a new MIDI controller and this new drum VST package. And I'm really liking it a lot, actually. Then I'm feeding into this SSL 4000G strip plugin. But I'm only running on the EQ portion of it. As you can see, everything else is off. The filtering, the compressor, gating, it's all off. Just this. And again, I love these SSL 4000 plugins from Plugin Alliance. They're killer. And then again, into another limiter. So people ask me, why the hell do I run so many limiters, right? And the main reason is so I could set a ceiling on my tracks so that I don't clip. It's like a brick wall limiter, if you will. But yeah, sometimes I'll use them to bump up the volume a little bit. But most of the times I'm just using them strictly for a brick wall limiter so I don't clip. And yeah, there's a lot of pros that say, yeah, that's not a good idea, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I watch a lot of videos of a lot of pros. And guess what? Every single one of them does things totally different from one another. It's completely different. Some run one limiter, some run 3, some run 2. It's what works in your session. And, you know, trial and error. That's all it's about. Because all these plugins, listen, you don't have to have a PhD in rocket science to use these plugins. You know why? Because it's all these plugins are tools. Like a hammer, a screwdriver, a saw. That's all they are, is tools. So as long as you start playing around with these things and understanding what they do, I don't see a reason why, you know, you can't get good at mixing or mastering. And again, I'm not a pro because I don't get paid to do this stuff. But I learned a lot just from playing around, and of course from watching, you know, pros, how they do it, and of course talking to fellow subscribers and online colleagues. You learn a lot that way. So don't be pig-headed and think, oh, my way is the best, because believe me, there's a lot of shit to learn. A lot. So that's what's going on in my drum track, all right, guys? Drums, SSL, and the limiter. That's it. Then I'm feeding that signal into this track right here because I'm running parallel the drum compression on my Shadow Hills Class A compressor. Again, killer compressor. And again, guys, you see me using these plugins over and over again, right? And you wonder, well, if I have so many plugins, how come, you know, you always use pretty much the same stuff? Because in my mixes, I'm trying to get to a point where I standardize. Like I'll create an effects chain, and boom, that's it. I keep using the same ones. Unless, of course, I'm trying something new, or if I'm making a video on new plugins, of course, I'll change them out. But yeah, I try to standardize. And this is, like I said, it's an excellent compressor, so why not use it? Feed into another limiter. Pretty simple. Then for my bass guitar track, I'm running Neural DSP Parallax because I hate double tracking bass, and I don't see a need for it, to be honest with you, because there's software that eliminates you to do so, like this Parallax plugin. Pretty much this is becoming a staple for my bass tracks. I always use it. This or Dark Glass, which is also made by Neural DSP. I really don't get into all that, gin bass, whatever it's called, MIDI bass stuff. Because I have enough headaches, right? I don't need any more. Even though that stuff does have its place, it's kind of cool, but it's not for me. So I use Neural DSP Parallax. And this is just a preset, Arc Reactor. And here's a cap section, Dynamic 57 and a Ribbon 160. And what's funny is that I didn't adjust anything. I just picked the preset, that's it. And then into another limiter. That's how easy that is. And you get killer sounds with it as well. So my guitar bus, Pro Q3 EQ. I have the high pass at 67 hertz, low pass at about 6700 hertz. I took out this frequency right here, 4400 hertz, because I didn't like it. And one at 311. And then I dipped down at about 1100 hertz, because I kind of like having a scooped sound. But everyone's different, you know what I'm saying? Some people can't stand scoop sound, but I like it. Then I'm going into this API 550A EQ by Waves, because I boosted 2 dB at 10K, and that's it. That's all I did right there. Feed into a multi-band compressor by FabFilter between 100 hertz and about, 250 hertz, just to control the palm muting. And is this 100% necessary? No, it's not, because you could make this act dynamically if you wish. But so yeah, so you don't really have to use it if you don't want. Usually after this multi-band compressor, I usually run a Puig Tech EQ as well, a tonal EQ. But for this video, I didn't. And again, that's like another one of my staples in my mixes, is to run a Puig Tech EQ. I love the tone you get from those. Killer. And then here's another limiter. All right. So that's that. So finally, for the guitar amp, right? RVXX version 2, Audio Salt. So Alex, Brian, and the whole crew at Audio Salt did a fantastic job with this release, and I really like it. So thank you guys for putting in all the hard work on this. Really excellent amps. So this is a 2-channel, A and B. A is more of, your high gain stuff. B is the crunch. This amp does not really have a clean setting, because it's just for this amp's for full rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? Like a machine gun. So that's what it's used for, just to kick ass. So yeah, great job. Then it has this wide button here, which gives you like a low chunky sound. And then this aggression button right here, which it's a voicing for like a mid boost per se. Input, your output, your typical stuff. And then you have your gain, bass, mid, treble, presence, depth, master. And those are my settings. So it also has 3 stomp boxes in front, noise gate, boost, and an overdrive. Kind of mimics another company's layout, but I'm starting to get into that. I don't want to talk about other companies or even negative about them, if you understand. Because I own products from like every company pretty much known to mankind, and each thing has its pros and cons. Believe me, There's not one piece of software that's kick-ass all the way across the spectrum. I haven't found any yet. So they all have their place. They all have their pros and cons. So I'll just leave it at that. And I love all of them, okay? I use all of them. I enjoy them. So I just don't want to talk negative about anyone's company, because it's their business, how they run their company and everything. I'm just here to enjoy their product. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Cab section, which I have off, because I had a really hard time trying to find an impulse response that I like that actually, comes with this amp sim. I just couldn't find one that I liked, that caught my attention per se. So I just bypass and run a third-party impulse response loader. Here's your effects section: EQ, delay, and the reverb, which I also have off. And they're pretty killer, actually. I really like the delay and reverb a lot. And then you have this cog wheel right here where you can set your input routing, left, right, stereo, your oversampling. I have mine off because I didn't do any recording at all, just playback. And you don't need to have, ridiculous oversampling for playback, because it's only really used for recording. And yeah, you could save presets, low presets in this area as well. So that's that. So and then this is the impulse response loader I'm using, NetIR2. And I'm using Catharsis impulses. On this side I'm running a S presence high, and on this side I'm running a 2 off presence 5. So guys, if you never used Catharsis impulses, they're super killer. And they fit well in the mix. And I've been using them for years now. They're almost like, again, staple in my mixes. Even though there's like hundreds of thousands of impulses on the on the market, in the market, that you could try out. I've tried out many of them. And for an example, out of like 100,000 impulse responses, maybe I'll like, I don't know, 300-400 of them. That's it. The rest just stay in my vault, just collect dust. But yeah, that should tell you something, right? But again, I'm not gonna talk negative about no one, because I'm trying to be positive, Gio. So yeah, excellent amp sim, guys. All right. So guys, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and share my content. It is super important to me and my channel that people that like my content subscribe. Checked out my analytics, like 40% of viewers are not subscribed. And one of my goals for the end of the year is, to hit my 1,000 subscriber mark. And that would make me super happy if I reach that. So, and the people that are subscribed, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are awesome support. I do like the comments that you leave me. Even if you like busting my chops, that's fine. I take critique well. Right? But like the only thing I don't like, if somebody's acting like a dick, then I will retaliate against them, because that's not needed. We have so many problems in the world, especially this year, guys. It's ridiculous. So yeah. So guys, please stay safe. Until next time with another video, I'll check you guys later. Bye.